Hey guys, it's Brick. Today we'll be going over Silver Chariot from Super Action Statue. This is the ability called a stand that Polnareff can create. That's if you haven't watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. If you have, then you'd already know what I'm talking about. But before we get into the figure, let's get into the box. I'm gonna have to turn on the light for this. So the front is basic. Let me zoom it out for y'all. This is the average size of the box, because the box for Silver Chariot, that's actually completely different. And that's only for Silver Chariot, not Silver Chariot, Polnareff. Don't know why I keep on getting their names mixed up. But yeah, this is actually should be the average size of the box. But now, yeah, here's the JoJo's logo. Here is the... I'm not sure if that's Super Action Statue or if that's Lucky Land. It's one of the two. But on this side, picture of Silver Chariot. Same one on this side. On the back, you got its 4 poses. Don't know why I have this, but on this one there's a sticker approved by S.A.S. That's the company that I think aired JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Maybe I could be wrong. And then right here is the other thing that it comes with. His name is Coco Jumbo. He is another stand user. And yes, he is a turtle. He is indeed a turtle. And then it comes with the computer. Down here, you'll see a little bit more stuff. There's just 2 heads. All that stuff. That accessory right there, if you'll zoom up on it. That little key, I cannot show you all that. I lost it the first week or 2 that I got this figure. All this comes with the stand as well. And now, without further ado, let's get into the figure. Okay, so now we're going to go over all of his accessories. Well, most of them, since remember I lost one of them. Let's get to it. First thing we got is the fisted hand for, punch. A relaxed open hand. Not really sure what this is for. Oh my goodness, it's really just, I think, just a relaxed hand from how it looks. Because that just looks relaxed and casual. So yeah. Open hand, looks like he's about to like if he was in a pose like this, looks like the hand he would do, looks like a hand he would do if he was like charging at you. Maybe. Not 100% sure about that. We have a slightly open hand. I don't know what this is for. And for the amount of time I've had this, I'm still trying to figure out what it's for. This is another slightly open hand. But this one I actually know what it's used for. His sword. This is his next accessory. Now, it doesn't really give any clear instructions on how to actually put the sword on. I first assumed that you could just slide it onto his hand, but then this happened. So with this, I'm not sure if it was meant to be like this, or if it wasn't. I may need to look that up. I'm not sure to know in the comments though, if it is or not. And that's all for his hands. Now let's go over his other face accessory. This goo-looking face, where it looks like he's sort of melting. I think he looked like this because he got stabbed by the Requiem arrow, from, I think, what I remember. I said in the last video, it's been a while since I watched part 5. So, yeah. And now we shall get to the other accessories. And here they are. Now, first let's start off with Coco Jumbo. So, this figure can actually come apart to be 2 different pieces. Same with this one. Because you're supposed to be able to, they should actually be interchangeable. So let's say I wanted him to be on the move without his key. Don't know why it took me that long to think about it. Here's him on the move without his key. Or what if I want him to be up in his shell while he has his key in. Boom. The goal is to be interchangeable to sort of be like you can display him how you want him to be displayed. So now to the accessories that are for Polnareff. So first we got the Requiem Era. As you saw in the last video, he had a special hand for the Requiem Era. You should be able just to easily slide it in. And boom. You now have the Requiem Era in his hand. And this is also a computer. I accidentally broke it because I made it fall. But if you be careful with it, it will look like it never broke. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the stand. The stand is the exact same as the one for Polnareff. I think this is the exact stand they use for all their figures. This one, however, since I haven't had it for as long, I've only had this figure for on a year or two, is still kicking it. It can really still do really good movement. And now let me swap the hands on this guy real quick. Now let's get into articulation. So his head can't look up, can look down this much, neck can move. These little things, which are sort of like for design, can also move. Throw on a ball peg. This can move. Oh yeah, and finally, bicep swivel. They usually only put the bicep swivel on either bulky characters or the stand. This can also move like last time. This can also move. And then same articulation with the hands. 360. Now, this one is a bit different for the torso because it is all on one giant ball joint. Mine, I've had a QC issue to where it's gotten kind of loose. And so, yeah. Okay, and this can also move as well, but not as much. Don't try to force it, or else it may break. So I can't clear my throat. These things are also on ball joints with them on and how they should be, which is like right here. His leg can go up this much. It's supposed to be able to be moved so we can get better articulation. But it doesn't really help as much. So it can go forward this much. Back this much. Can bend back this much. There's also a thigh swivel. Kind of. Because it's also on a ball joint, so it's difficult to tell, but there is. And then, no feet. Just more spikes. Be extremely careful with the spikes. Both of like the very tip of these spikes broke out of the box. But it doesn't look as broken. It doesn't even look like it's broken. It looks like that's how it's supposed to be. And I would show you the scaling, but he can't really stand still since, he doesn't have feet. So sadly for this video, I cannot show you that portion. But I can just skip right to the conclusion. Actually, instead, I'll do a little posing session. In conclusion, what I said to get this guy? Yes and no. Yes, if you particularly love the Part 5 style. For me, it's kind of iffy. I still love him as a figure, though. Because what I figured out yesterday, the Part 3 versions, no, they're not over $100. They're $80 each. Which is kind of a good thing, because both of these are around that price. So it overall really just depends which look you like more. Hey, maybe one of these days I'll buy the Part 3 versions, do a review on them. Right now I'm not feeling it. But yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I'm thinking I may be able to get to 400 subs by the end of the year. So please let that be possible. And just like last video, the link for this figure will also be in the description. And that's all for today. See ya!